Commission Regulation 13-01, taking of Raptors for Falconry for 2013 and 14. Chief of Wildlife Diversity, Laura Richards.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Laura Richards, the Chief of the Wildlife Diversity Division, and I'd like to introduce Rory Lamp. He's our Eastern Region Wildlife Diversity Supervisor, and he's going to present information on this regulation.
I think I'll just sit here. As she said, my name is Rory Lamp. I'm the Supervising Wildlife Diversity Biologist at ELCO. I've been asked to present to you the proposed Commission Regulation 13-01, the 2013-2014 seasons and quotas for taking raptors for falconry. For the 2013 and 2014 raptor take seasons, we have proposed no changes in the limits, seasons, or quotas from the 2011-2012 seasons. For your information, the department has been looking at a possible lifting of the take closure for Elko County north of Interstate 80. From 2009 through 2012, we conducted helicopter and ground surveys in the Independence and Bull Run Mountains, which constitute the heart of goshawk nesting range in northern Elko County. We compared the findings from these 5 years of survey data collected to data collected during a Boise State goshawk nesting study conducted between 1992 and 2002. There's been a substantial reduction in nesting goshawk pairs in these two ranges since the end of the BSU study in 2002. This apparent reduction in active and recognizable inactive territories continues to concern us when considering the status and trend of nesting goshawk populations in northern Elko County. As a result of our concern, we have chosen to recommend the retention of the closure in Elko County north of Interstate 80. Our biologists on this project suspect that the structure of the aspen stands in these two mountain ranges may be converting to conditions less than suitable for goshawk nesting through age and attrition, and the nesting pairs are shifting their use of the landscape in response to these changes. We're not certain we have comprehensively covered all of the alternative habitat, nor are we certain we have found all of the nesting pairs that remain. We have initiated a process through our federal partner, the U.S. Forest Service, to look at goshawk nesting habitat in northeastern Nevada to more specifically document the changes in habitat quality. We are working to develop a study through BSU that will replicate the work done in the earlier study. As part of this work, we will continue to adjust our surveys to more accurately define the goshawk distribution in northeastern Nevada. That's all I have to add. Is there any questions?
Any questions? Commissioner McNinch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Rory, how many of these birds are taken? We have our quotas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and of course some have some limits, but how many roughly are taken?
Over the last 3 years, we've had 5 goshawks taken by falconers in Nevada. The bulk of those are taken in central and eastern Nevada, south of US 50.
Okay, can you give us a rough idea of some of the other species that you have listed?
Yeah. What's that? Oh, well, we've been well below the quota. We're taking red-tailed hawks. That's the most common species taken by falconers. There are some ferruginous hawks, Cooper's hawks. I didn't break them out by species, but by far and above, the most common species taken is red-tailed hawk, and then probably American kestrels.
Okay. Rough numbers at all?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't sum up the numbers of the species taken.
Okay.
I could do that, and I can get that back to you.
It's mostly just an interest point for me.
Sure, absolutely. If you'd like, I'll put that together and have it to you sometime next week.
That'd be great.
Any other commission questions? Commissioner Rain.
Thank you. I have had no input from any of the falconers saying anything negative about this, which I imply to be it's a good idea. I don't know if there's any present. Have you heard anything from the falconers that issues?
Again, this is Laura Richards, Chief of Wildlife Diversity. I've talked to a number of falconers. We're working on that larger regulation, and we have talked about making a modification possibly in 14. We'd come back to you all in about a year. We have to pretty much stay with this regulation as it is in 13, but we could make some changes in 14 based on those regulations that are passed in about a year.
Okay, but okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, this is an action item. We will take it up to public comment. Anybody have any public comment? Seeing none, we'll bring it back to the commission.
Move to approve as proposed by the department.
We have a motion.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wallace. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes unanimous. We'll move on to 14B, Commission Regulation 13-02, Commercial Collection of Reptiles and Amphibians for 2013 and 14.